All right, this video has two functions. One, I just updated the Expanse Pack with two very cool presets I'm very excited about. Two, the second thing is I've had some people request that I kind of walk through my mini pedal board. I'm building this huge pedal board over here. Got a couple more things I'm doing with that. But I also have this mini board over here. And it's my mini HELIX Stomp board. I've had it on the channel for years, but lately I haven't really talked about it. There's a lot of new subscribers. So I'm gonna go through that and play these new presets through that board so you can hear it. The two presets are the HWL Korg 30 and the HWL JT14, which are tone matched from some of the tones I'm getting out of my Tonex pedals that I love. So the cool thing about these presets is that they are dual amp, dual IR presets, pan left and right, running wet effects into those amps. And so if you don't know, with the HELIX Stomp, I usually just run wet effects after, especially if I'm just using one amp. It maintains the stereo signal after that one amp. You could put your wet effects between the amp and the IR with a new dual one IR block, because on the HELIX Stomp we only have like 8 blocks to use. Anyways, all that to say, I'm running wet effects into these dual amps. They sound amazing. If you're an Expanse Pack member, go right now. Your presets are there. They sound great. If you're not, now's the time to get it. I'll link it down below. You pay once, you get updates for free for life, and you can sound like this. All right, first let me show you around this board a little bit. I have a compressor. I'm coming in with this Bekos Effects compressor. I will say that there is not a compressor in these presets because they are very DSP heavy with the two different amps and the dual IRs, so I could not fit a compressor in there. So if you need a compressor, you may have to delete one of the drives if you want, but I have a compressor, so I didn't put it in there. I also have this Jet Revelation. I won't be using this today because it's in the effects loop of the HELIX Stomp, and there's no effects loop built into this preset. I have the Broken Arrow going into the front of it. We will hear this today. I just have it on the amber setting. And I have the yellow boost, which is the treble boost, which I absolutely love the treble boost. On both of these presets, we have a drive. We have an amp gain up, amp drive up, which can add some low end, which sometimes you might want that. And then wet effects up and down. There are other things that are assigned to foot switch 4 and 5, which I don't have a foot switch hooked up right now, but I can't remember what they are, but it's something cool, I'm sure. And then we have the same kind of thing, but with the JT14. I also have here the Jet MCX, which right now I just have set up to scroll through different snapshots, which by the way, snapshots on these new presets are all the same. I just labeled them song 1, 2, 3, 4 if you're on the Pod Go, or 4 if you're on the HELIX Stomp XL, and 8 if you're on the HELIX. Boom, just like that. Under this board is a Chog's DC7 and a Disaster Area MIDI Box 4, which is the MIDI hub. And that is pretty much this whole board. Now let's hear what it sounds like. I'll start with the compressor off. Notice how the wet effects just interact with the amp a lot differently than when they are after the amp. I'm not gonna do a lot of talking. I'm just gonna play. Enjoy. sounds real good to me. Let me tell you, I forgot to say, the Korg 30 is a AC30 Korg era Vox amp, and the JT14 is Tyler amps. That's their take on like an early 60s blackface Fendery reverb circuit thing. So those things sound really good. One caveat I want to say that I loved running the wet effects into the amps, but on the Pod Go we can't run dual amps, so I ran the effects after to keep the stereo image. But if you want to hear wet effects going into it mono, then you can just slide the amp in the IR cab toward the end. That's just for Pod Go. HX effects, obviously there's no amps, but I gave you the effects and I gave you the IR. Even though the IR is not in the preset, you still get the IR with it in case you're wanting to play with something else. Go grab the presets. It'll help support this channel and you'll sound good by this weekend. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.